Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on the Rogue Convoy event. This is the soldier basis. Now, I'm going to start out with 3 because 3 is the only thing that's challenging. Number 1 and number 2, you just can take your sepulcher, uh, and that's the Shadow Ops unit that we just got. The sepulcher doesn't matter what level it is. I've tested it with a level 2. It doesn't take any damage. You just release it on Ruby or on aggressive on the 1 and the 2 base, and it clears them no problem. Right now, you could be running your sepulcher in another base. I don't want to change uh, my platoon, so I'll show you later. But the important part is how to get through this first part here. You don't want to go in too far because of all those motorcycles, but you want to get rid of these 3 um, mechanized infantry guys. I don't know what they are. Um, I'm not really sure what they are. Some kind of Kixai unit, some kind of mayhem unit. So you don't have to use your um, uh, Balthazar. I just am because he's got the most range. Remember, you get 10% extra splash and 10% extra range, or no, 15% extra splash and 10% extra range just by using all units from the same faction, which is the Sentinel faction. Your Malachi and your Balthasar are both Sentinel faction. So I'm going to try to draw them out here. You can get them without drawing them out. It just makes it a little bit faster if you draw them out with your Malachi. I think there's one more motorcycle over to the right. We'll come back and get him in a second. You don't care about anything on this base except for these heavy flaks. Watch this. We're going to come in. We're going to take the heavy flak out. Remember to have its electric op on. Now get out of there before you lose all of your drones. See, I lost almost all of my drones. Now let's go to the other side while we're building up drones. I think there's one more motorcycle over there. We'll take care of that motorcycle. Well, let's go back and get this other, while we're on this side, we'll get this other um, heavy flak. That's all you care about is the heavy flak. That's the only thing that's going to do damage to the motorcycles and the heavy flak. That's it. There are 1 or 2 motorcycles in the back there, but they're further back, so you have room to get to those heavy flaks. Um, one more heavy flak here. We'll go ahead and take care of it. Notice how the shock is helping us. The shock shocks the heavy flak. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble because they kill those drones so quickly. So as long as you're in a safe position and you can take out a couple of other um, um, you can take out a couple of other uh, turrets, that's fine. You can do that. Yeah, there is one motorcycle left on this side. We'll use Balthasar to kill him, and excuse me, I'm gonna try to draw him out with the Malachi. As long as you've got drones there, you're okay around the motorcycle. As a matter of fact, the motorcycle in the back, I'm going to kill with my Malachi. Um, so this is the first time I've done this, but I already planned this out as soon as I saw the base, I knew what needed to be done. It's the first time I'm doing this, and so I know it can be done. And so I already had the plan. As soon as I saw the base, I said, okay, the motorcycle's got to go, and then everything else looks okay. Um, one more heavy flak there in the middle, and then we got the motorcycle. In the meantime, I'll take out whatever I can. But see, the heavy flak's taking out my drones, and I can't have that, so I got to kill the heavy flak. If you don't have its electric op, it's going to cost you. You got to have its electric op, okay? Um, okay, see, he's starting to hit me now. He's not hitting me, he's hitting my drones. So let's go in there and take him out. You see how quickly he'll kill all your drones. So you got to sort of build up sometimes, you know. So I'm trying to stay out of his path, but he's killing my drones. So I got to step back here for a second, get out of his way. You want to have, you don't need to have all your drones, but you want to have maybe 5 or 6, you know, before you go in. There's 5, 6, 7. 6 would have been fine. 8, I'm just being cautious here. 9, you don't need this many. 10, 11, I don't know what I'm doing. I should have gone in already. Um, maybe, oh, I know what I was doing. I was thinking that the motorcycle might come out, and I didn't want to not have drones there because the motorcycle will kill the drones easily also. So here's the motorcycle. We got enough there. Let's go ahead and kill him. And I think that's the last motorcycle. There are 2 other turrets there which are not shockable. They cannot be shocked. Those heavy, I don't know what they are. They're a new turret. I can't think of the name of them. But yeah, we got to take those 2 turrets out, and then pretty much the base is free and clear. And then Sepulcher or Dr. Ake will work in the 1 and the 2. Dr. Ake will take a few seconds worth of damage, whereas the Sepulcher will take 0 damage, so you don't have to worry about that. And while you're doing this, you can be doing the 1 and the 2 simultaneously. You can release Dr. Ake in 1 and put the or Dr. Ake in number 2 and put the Sepulcher in number 1. Either way, the 1 and the 2 base are fairly easy. Um, I think there's other units you could use too, like maybe even um, probably I can't remember what they're called. They're not gladiators, are they? They're called yeah, maybe they are called gladiators. Those would probably work. Also, the old school tanks with the fire drones out in front of them. Those are also Sentinel units. Those would probably work. The one that Oxford is the hero, that would probably work. I haven't tested that, but I would imagine those work because they have a flat damage reduction. At level 1, this unit, the Sepulcher, has a flat damage reduction of 400. I think those cannons is what they're called. I think those cannons have more than 400 flat damage reduction if they're max level. So I think the cannons would work too. I'll test it out, but you should have this Sepulcher. But if you wanted to do, like, say, what I'm trying to say is if you wanted to do like 5 or 6 of these bases at the same time, or I think you can do up to 12. You do 11 of the number 1s and number 2s while you're working on. You can rack up some serious XP on this event, guys, because this is um, 50,000 for the number 1, 75,000 XP for the number 2, 100,000 for the number 3. The number 3 is the only difficult one, and you got to be careful. Let's say you take some damage on your Malachi. You shouldn't. If you followed what I showed you there, you shouldn't take any damage on your Malachi. But if you did, um, let's say it's 10 minutes or something, work on a couple of 1s and 2s, make a bunch of XP while it's healing, and then start hitting the number 3s again. You'll get good, and you'll get it to where it'll be 0 damage for the number 3s, and then you can rock this event because maybe get the things that you need to do the 1 and the 2. But really, All you need for the 1 and the 2 is the Balthasar and the the Malachite. That's the only 2 units I'm using, and I'm also using some missiles, but mainly the missiles for the sector goal base. For the 1 and the 2, I don't really use missiles. But for this whole event, all I'm using is Balthasar and so if you don't have Balthasar, I believe Balthasar's parts are available. The thing that's unique about Balthasar, okay, he gets 10% extra just for having a CC from a Sentinel. 10% extra range. Then he gets 50 extra range for um, for doing the tech, and then he has 650. So that gives him like 770 range or 760. I'm not sure if they give you the bonus for the extra 50 or not. Um, but anyway, you get quite a bit, at least an extra 65 range. So that would give you, because you've already got 650 range um, on your base unit, and then an extra 50 range for your tech. But even if they didn't give you 70 extra range, they would give you 65. So it would be 600 and let's see, 765, and most of the turrets max out at 750. So you can outrange the turrets with that. Not all the turrets. The round turrets have, I think, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a little bit more range, like 800 or something. Well, that's it, guys. 0 damage for the soldier set. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.